Congress government was a cowardly government. They wanted to demolish what they succeeded. This is not religion, this is Disneyland. I didn't watch TV that day at all. You can't expect the victims of what is happening to do the speaking. I didn't watch TV. I didn't watch TV that day at all because I was too disgusted. This is not religion. This is Disneyland. What they are creating is a commercial Disneyland version of Hinduism. It's not. In fact, they are the enemies of Hinduism. They're talking about Hinduism, but it's a fake story. The Allahabad High Court ruling was that God came on earth and appointed a lawyer. So one part of the property went to God himself. Ram Lalla became a litigant. Then the Supreme Court, which should have first decided on the vandalism of demolition of Babri Masjid, they put that second. First they awarded the property rights to the people who demolished the Babri Masjid. But by the way, even Supreme Court doesn't say that there was a Ram temple. So you have two different kind of stories mixed up. Supreme Court, if you want to quote, then quote the fact that they don't say that there was a Ram temple there. So, but they are moving on. They are moving on to Kashi and Mathura. They are moving on to then after that 3,000. Whatever you donate to them as a gift against secular values, they will use that and take it one step further. Because their objective is not to make a temple. Their objective is to demonize Muslims, to rob them of any citizenship rights. And so that is a systematic process. Every time they made a concession, Rajiv Gandhi's government allowed them to do Shilanyas, opened the Babri Masjid lock. When the court had, at that time there was status quo, it was not allowed. Before that, even when Nehru was in power, the UP government, when illegally the mosque was broken and entered and idols were installed in 1949, then they did not remove the idols, saying there will be law and order problems. Then they made it a fait accompli, but still there was still some compromise because both were praying in the compound. One was in one part, one was in another part. Then they changed that situation. So whatever concessions were made, they took it one step further. Then under Narasimha Rao government, they allowed the Babri Masjid to be fully demolished, and people said, "Acha, well, now the problem is solved because now they have nothing to say. Because they wanted to demolish what they succeeded." Congress government was a cowardly government, never defended, at least they did, some sections might have, but they did not actually protect secular values. I mean, I pointed it out the day Ram Ke Naam was shown, that they did not allow Ram Ke Naam to be on TV. We had to go to court, but they showed Ramayana on TV all the time, which enabled the whole Ram Janmabhoomi movement to grow. Yeah, but even forget Congress, even the left governments did not take culture seriously enough. They did not show Ram Ke Naam widely, even in Kerala and Bengal, and they were in power for so many years. They did not use the tools that they could have used and created some inoculation, so at least in Bengal and Kerala people would not be swayed by all this. Right now, the right-wing politics has entered all classes and all castes because In the past, it was upper caste only, and then OBCs, and now slowly, although in the Dalit section that is influenced by Dr. Ambedkar, there they cannot really penetrate, except if some leaders get bought out. But ideologically, they cannot penetrate because Dr. Ambedkar's thought is very clear on this. Babri is just a piece of stone here and there now scattered now. So I'm not talking about some, cement, concrete or bricks and stones structure. I'm talking about the actual feelings in India, in Indians, about hatred for other communities. So you can't blame Muslims for right now not making much noise because they will be made to suffer if they do. So the whatever little bit of quiet that you see is the quiet of, it is not their job to fight for secularism. It's our job. It is our job, the people who actually are comfortable, come from majority religions or even upper caste who have to speak out. All sections of society have to speak out. You can't expect the victims of what is happening to do the speaking. The alternative narration is an imperative. We have to do it. Otherwise, you surrender everything to the right-wing forces.